Action. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. John here. I hope you're having a great day. So a couple of updates on Ruby. We added the 9-inch headlights using our aux beam controller as well as our AEV Safari snorkel. If you've ever been driving around the road and your cell phone's falling out of your cradle into your lap, today I'm going to be installing a 67 design JL Gladiator mount. Now this uses a rail mount system in order to install on the front of the Jeep. As you can see, we're going to have to clean off the dash. There's other install videos out there, but I'm also going to start publishing a lot more adventure videos. If you want to see some of my adventures or some of the great photos I've been taking recently, head over to TikTok, check it out. A little bit of everything. Once again, everybody's got a different dream. You guys get to come along for the ride watching me build my dream. But the true purpose of this channel is to motivate, inspire, help you guys get out there and start building your dreams. Let's get this project started. So if you've driven a Jeep for a while, you know you've got to get rid of the ducts. So ducts got to go. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to pull out this black plastic liner. All right, that just pops right out. And there's 2 screws down in here. You're going to take those 2 factory screws loose. All right, so we've got these 2 screws here. We're just going to back those out. Number 2 Phillips. Kind of in at a 45-degree angle, so 1 and 2. Of course, I'm doing this in the blind. You guys clearly have a better view. But you're just going to take those loose, all right? So you'll pull those 2 screws out, and we're going to start mounting a rail. Now you can get these rails up to 6 pieces. So this is a JL Series 55 rail base, and this also works with the Gladiator, like mine, or it works with the JL. All we're going to do, and these are the 3, basically I like to call them ball mounts. They slide in the rail, and then they lock down with an Allen key. But you can get up to 6 of these. Now this is not a cheap kit. This is not your $60 kit you get at like Walmart or something like that. And now this is a little bit different from others because it's got only 2 screws. Some people you see they've got another screw here. So as you can tell, they've continued to refine their product, and really you only need the 2 screws. So we're going to dry fit it first. All right, that looks good. Those go down in there, and we're going to mark and drill those. And they don't have to be huge drill bits, but I mean, as you can tell, that thing's going to be rock solid because just sitting there is tight. So take our rail off, and the kit comes with 2 little screws here. So we're only going to use like an 1/8" drill bit, if that, just to take and drill some holes. Make sure we don't drill in any wiring. That's the last thing you want to do. But run those down tight, and we'll go from there. So we're going to go grab a marker real quick, and we'll mark those holes and we'll drill them. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can simply mark it with a Sharpie. Okay. Put it in the hole, mark it with a Sharpie. And you're just going to drill those holes out. Alright, so you can see here when we pull it up, you can see the little dots. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this, but what I like to use a center punch. Okay, because it's plastic, it's not going to take a whole lot. We don't want to break our windshield either. So that just takes, even though it's plastic, it's going to keep our drill bit centered in the hole when we drill it. So now that we've got our holes marked, and because you got the windshield here, it's going to be a little bit hard. You would ideally want to drill these straight in, but we're just going to take And I'm using actually a 1/16 of an inch drill bit. Now this is a small Milwaukee M12, so you do have to drill this close. I've got the snorkel installed, so I'm kind of going around, but all you gotta do is you just have to have room to get those screws started, and then they'll straighten up on their own. The cool thing is here on the Milwaukee, it shows you right here, this is their little snug setting. So you don't over tighten these screws. And all we're gonna do, I've just got a DeWalt number 2 bit in here. We're just gonna get these started. Okay. All right, so it looks like our holes line up. Now we've got everything where we want it. All right, we're gonna take our 3M tape off, and that will permanently mount this to the dash. So we're just gonna take and peel our 3M backing off, but you just kind of peel that away, and you don't want to do this until you're ready to mount it. And this 3M tape really does stick to just about everything. So, all right, and we're not going to press it down firm until we get everything ready to mount. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put those factory screws back in. Okay, so we're going to put those in, get those started. They were at like a 45, like so. This is just going to take it snug. All right, as you can see, it kind of squatted down a little bit doing that. And come over here to the other side. And you don't have to have these fancy tools. You can do this by hand. All right, it's not going to be absolutely perfect. We just want snug. All right, so that rail is in, and it's moving the whole Jeep. So next thing we're going to do once we get our rail mounted is we're going to take our heads here, slide them in to the track system. Now these use a 5mm Allen key. So top and bottom slides in, you slide it on down. Take the next one, slide it in, slide it down. GoPro will be in the middle, so we'll have 2 phones and a GoPro mount in the middle. And you can get real scientific on this if you want. So I may come back and eyeball the GoPro, but all this is going to do is basically keep my cell phone from falling in my lap all the time. Put these in and move them to about where we want them. So I'm just going to put this one off because I kind of like my cell phone right about here, and I like to be able to take pictures and raise it up. So I'm going to mount mine a little bit different than probably most of you folks out there. The other thing is I'm going to have to clean my windshield, get all this glue off from the other thing that I had up here. So we'll put the rail ball there, put a rail ball here. Now we're just going to loosely assemble this. We're not going to get it super tight until we get everything in position where we want it. Because you can put anything on here from tablet to GoPro to what have you on this. So we're going to go back now, we're going to get our control arms. So we've now pre-assembled one side of this. So we're going to want this to where we can get to it. So keep that in mind. And you're just going to loosen it up. One end goes over the ball, the other end goes over the rail. You're just going to tighten it down by hand. All right. And then you're going to have your cell phone holder on the other side. You're going to back those off carefully. You take your cell phone holder, put it in here. You're just going to get everything sort of hand tight for now. And now I already know I don't want that ball all the way over here next to the steering wheel. So what we'll likely do, now that's a medium bar, so it sticks out a little bit further than most. And we'll grab our cell phone real quick. And this is my new iPhone 13. And so as you can see, it holds wonderfully in there. But I'm gonna want some some adjustability with this, so I'm actually going to slide this over using my 5mm Allen key. Loosen that base bracket up, and I can slide it in position. I kind of want it about like this. Yeah, because I don't want to block the screen, and I don't want it interfering with the steering wheel. So we're going to put it right about there. Tying our ball back down. We're just going to make it snug. This stuff is well made. Got our ball mount, and we got our cell phone mounted. So next up is the GoPro mount. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to want to be able to adjust things from the right. This way I can put my GoPro mount here. This will actually give me a couple different GoPro mount options. So we're just going to snug that up. Now this one's not red like the other one. And that ball's loose, so seeing how we're in the middle, we're going to go ahead and tighten that one down. Alright, and I have a habit of over tightening things, but it'll be alright. Put that back together, throw a wing nut back on. This stuff is all heavy duty. I mean, it's powder coated. All the metal parts are powder coated, so it is a good top quality product. I've got another GoPro mount over on this side, and then I'm going to have another cell phone holder option where you can use it for an iPad or whatever you want at a later date. So this is what they call their G2 mount, 67 design right there, and it's got a ball on that end. Alright, we're going to take our other ball here using our 5mm hex key that comes with it. We're just going to crank this one down. And what this does is it gives me options for either additional cell phone, which got one of those, or anybody that's traveling with me. But let me quickly show you how these rods come. So some of these are pre-assembled. I ordered mine separately, so this is a 115mm medium. Comes nice. I mean, it's carbon fiber. This part's lightweight, the rest of the mount is not. It is pretty ruby red, so it does match the rest of the Jeep. In the other box you get these two end pieces. So all you have to do here is you loosen these up. Loosen up the keeper almost all the way. Tilt it, put your rod in. May need to loosen up just a little bit more. Once we get our rod in, we can put it on our ball. And I'm actually going to put these all on the right because I'm right-handed. I'll be able to get to them. And I'm just going to mount this one straight out, like such. On the other end, same thing. I'm going to keep it to the inside. Here I can get to it with the left hand from the driver's compartment. Now if you got a passenger or what have you, you can always adjust this at a later time. Loosen that up, get it around the ball, and we're going to tighten it up. Now it's got this nifty tool so you don't over tighten anything as well. And we're going to take our second cell phone holder mount. We're going to run that into this end. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it on camera. And we'll just put this one up top, like such, and then come back and crank these down. And for the most part, it's not moving around nearly as much as it was before. Now, last thing in the kit. All right, so last little piece in the kit we installed our little launch pads, as they call them. We installed our arms, color carbon fiber arms. Read your safety stuff, got it. The last thing is this little carbon fiber arm, which is molded here. What that's going to do is let you crank down on these without over tightening them. And so what we'll do here is we'll loosen this one up like such, and that will be in position. The driver's side here will be in position, and then you're going to want to keep this key somewhere where you can keep it handy with you. So something else, if you got a CB radio, the little glue-ons don't seem to work. So this is something I picked up at a truck stop. This is called a mounted universal CB mic hook. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to open this package up real quick. I'm going to hook this onto my Midland radio here. And as you can see, the Midland is now hung into place. For my CB radio, same thing. I'm gonna hook one up, and over here I can put both my radios. Now I keep these out of sight for when I'm driving around, but having those hooks there is gonna help out. Alright guys, so here's the final setup. We got our iPhone 13 Pro Max over here, and as you can see, we open it up, we can take videos and what have you. There's our Milwaukee boxes. Alright, so you take photo, video, and we got a good clear view out over the hood now. Take that box out of the way, and you can move that into position wherever you want to take and film. You got your GoPro mount up here. Alright, over here you've got another cell phone mount. We've got our Midland radio, and then we've got our CB radio on this side. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed today's video as we installed the 67 design rail system for a JL or Gladiator. Once again, easy project, some tools around the house, 16th drill bit, and you're in business. And it installed in less than 30 minutes. It took me twice as long because I'm recording everything. But if you would, smash that like button. Go check us out on TikTok. Lots of videos over there, a lot of photos from my adventure videos, and also here on YouTube. So please leave a comment. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. If you're running the 67 design, let me know how it holds up. I know there's some other companies out there. Once again, I'm not sponsored, but everything you guys do is much appreciated to help this channel. That being said, hope you guys have a great day. Get out there and start building your dreams.